What's up, everybody? It's J&J with Justin Jordan.
Yeah.
What we got going on today, Justin?
So today we got Game 6, Knicks Pacers.
Tonight,
Knicks stay alive. Last episode we was down 0-2 and I was praying that the series was still alive by next episode. And here we are. Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder making their first NBA Finals since 2012.
what a long time.
Yeah. So they finished their series on Wednesday, I think it was.
Yeah.
So now game 1 of the NBA Finals is on Thursday. So today we could deadass make our finals prediction.
We can't say that, man. Can't say that.
I mean,
Depends on how this looks, bro. How this series looks. I'll give one.
nah, I'm gonna still give my prediction.
But, knock on wood, someone gets hurt. I'm not going to say any names, just as like a bias or something. Someone could get hurt. Maybe someone, just has momentum, starts getting on fire, game 6. Or maybe it's the Knicks player that's on fire, game 6 and 7 going into the finals. Or even a Pacers player. Maybe they choke game 6, but this dude plays good. Game 7, he plays good and they win. It's all about momentum, bro. Sometimes when it comes to playoffs, like in basketball, I don't think it applies as much compared to like a baseball or football. But regardless, sometimes a playoff truly is about like not the best team, but who's the hottest team. And that's kind of what Indiana has been at this point in time. So you never know, man. Maybe Indy could steal 2 games from OKC. I don't know. I'm not going to spoil my prediction, but it's possible. I don't think OKC's going to sweep like people are saying.
Nah.
People are saying OKC's going to sweep both teams. I don't subscribe to that at all. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
They're due to mess up one game. But Justin, let's get into let's talk about game 5 first for the T-Wolves. Packed up.
They gave up.
Packed up. And didn't look too good. Randall ain't look too good. You had Nas Reed answering a hater's DMs. I don't know if you've seen that shit.
I saw the screen recording, but I didn't read all of it.
Oh, no, I read all of it. That shit was funny. He was like, you fat. You worried about me. Blah, 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 blah.
He said that to them or they said that to him?
He said it to the fan because he fucked up his parlay. And he was like, I'm about to make 100 M's this summer. And he was like, how much you want to bet that you don't? He's like, I am, though. And the fan was like, all right, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to laugh at you when you don't get 100 M's in the summer. But it's like, what are you going to do? So what? If he only gets 80, you still going to laugh at him? That's kind of fucking crazy. I ain't going to lie.
Crazy.
But yeah, it was ugly, bro. The Thunder just had their way with them. There's no other way to say it. And again, like you said, congrats to them. They had a bunch of doubters the entire season. They had doubters during the postseason, myself included. But it's not over yet. The job's not done. You feel me? The job's still not done. They still have to go and win the big one. They still got to win 4 more games. But credit where it's due, man. They got to the finals after, struggling with Denver in 7. They had an easy matchup with the Grizzlies, and they took care of business against, a Timberwolves team that people at least thought were going to take 2 games, but they're only able to grab 1. And after that, it didn't even look close at all. None of the games are close. It was
except for game 4.
It was not entertaining at all.
Yeah,
game 4 came down to a wire, but the rest, where the Thunder won, even the one game that the Timberwolves won, not entertaining
every
at all.
game was a blowout.
It was a blowout besides game 4. So
yeah.
And game 4, it came down to just them. Like Stan Van Gundy said, bro, like he's been bitching the whole time, and I agree with him. Like if you're gonna foul somebody when you're up 3, like there should be something. There should be some sort of rule. He said for that and for intentional fouling, right? Especially when it was like Hackman, they were like, yo, they should get the free throws and get the ball back if you're gonna do that bitch shit. But same thing if you're gonna foul up 3. I don't really fuck with the fouling up 3. It extends the game, and to be real, I think it's kind of soft. To be honest with you, I don't fuck with it. We saw a lot of that in the end of game 4.
Yeah, this series, I feel like it says a lot more about Denver that they were able to take this OKC team to 7.
And Jokic.
Yeah, that I completely disregarded everything and was just like, man, they fucked around with Denver. Nah, it wasn't even that they fucked around with Denver. Denver and Jokic are that good. Well, I'm not even gonna say Denver. Jokic is just that great,
Whoa. And Aaron Gordon. The
and
rest,
and Aaron Gordon.
you can move.
What's it called? But yeah, they were so great, and they literally pushed the Thunder to the brink, and it was a completely different showing in the conference finals. Complete blowouts, first 3 games. Game 4 to me was like, I think if Ant or Randall had a regular game, they take that game because you got good production from Nickeil Alexander-Walker and DiVincenzo in the same game. So I'm like, so you have to capitalize on that because you never know when you're gonna get that again. And then game 5, bro, they packed it up real quick. OKC got like 4 straight turnovers. I mean, they forced 4 straight turnovers, and it was just like after that, it was just out of here. Like Minnesota was just ready to go home, and OKC showed why they are one of the most dominant defenses. But it's been a team collective with them, so seeing what they've been able to do it's been cool to watch. Like all the amount of guys that they have, and they're just doing it by committee. Like J-Dub has answered the call multiple times in this playoffs. Chet has stepped up a few times in this playoffs, and then you got guys like Kenrich Williams like giving you solid minutes, Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso answering the call. So they just been doing a good job as a collective, and then Shai bringing them home with these great MVP performances is just a cherry on top. And I like what this team is doing, and we'll see what happens in the finals, but they've showed out in this playoffs.
Before we talk about what's next for Minnesota, how do you feel with... I think people are already pushing too far, too, by the way, that it's guaranteed he's going to win the championship and win finals MVP. How do you feel about the notion that people are already saying, this is one of the best guard seasons ever? This is akin to a Kobe season. And we already went over that with the regular season when people were comparing Kobe and Mike. But now he's about to win the finals and they're saying he's alive to win the championship. How do you feel when people saying, oh, Western Conference Finals MVP, Finals MVP? Like, yeah, this is almost as good as any Jordan season. This is one of the best guard seasons of all time.
I think this is a great guard season. How's it stack up against the other guys? It's hard to like think about in the moment, but I feel like just for me personally, just like what I've seen, I feel like this is one of the best guard seasons that I've seen, and it's just different, just off the fact that the way the game has moved and changed and stuff like that. Like early 2010s, it was different. Then we had the 3-point era, and now you have Shai dominating like from the mid-range era, super effective. He's gonna finish everything at the basket. He's trying to finish every single play, and for him to do that all season long, just consistently, it's been one of the better seasons that I've seen from a guard. And then just to rack on all the accolades, that's impressive in itself too, because there's not too many guys that's MVP, Finals MVP in the same season. Like, when's the last time that happened? LeBron, right? 2013.
Nobody else since then. Close. Not even close to it.
And then before him, it was probably what? Shaq, if I had to guess.
Most likely.
I think it was probably Shaq.
It had to have been him if you think about all... Oh, wait.
Oh,
2003.
Tim Duncan, yeah.
2003.
Yeah.
And then Shaq.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're talking about, like, top 10 company, like, the guys that are doing the stuff that he does. So, I absolutely think it's one of the best guard seasons. Saying up there with Jordan's best and shit like that, I'm not going to go there. But to me, it is one of the better guard seasons that I've seen.
One thing that I'm kind of tired of, to be honest with you, is D Wade being used as a barometer for every great guard season. It's always D Wade, bro.
It'd be like, D Wade fans, where you at now?
They never want to, say they never want to use like Harden. They never want to use Curry. They never want to use any other guard. Oscar Robertson, if you want to go back that far, Clyde Drexler. It's always, oh, this is what he did compared to D Wade. He's better than D Wade. Like, all right, let's slow down. But The one thing is, though, if Shai does win a championship, there's already names coming out that who he's going to be better than. Some I agree with, some I don't. Kyrie Irving, I think he's already past Kyrie even without a ring, right?
Somebody asked me in the podcasters group chat, they was like, is Shai better than Kyrie if he wins the ring this year? I was like, hell yeah.
Well, he's already better.
I'm like, he's better than him now.
Even last year, without the MVP and shit like that, he already passed Kyrie career-wise. And people don't want to hear that because of the Kyrie ring. But again, like, talking about last year and that point in time, top 5 MVP and top 5 in MVP, then he finished second. And now he actually just fucking won it. So a ring right now just blows Kyrie out the fucking water. Let's be real. Like, it's not even close, but...
And I feel like Kyrie is one of those guys, he gets like...
Overrated?
I don't want to say overrated.
I'll say it.
I feel like he gets superstar coverage.
Yeah, that's overrated.
I guess.
He gets better coverage and more notoriety because of the shot, you know, at the end of the day. But Shai's been the guy for his team since CP3 left. Look what he's been able to do, turning the franchise around.
And yeah, I feel like Shai don't get that same notoriety.
He will.
I think he will.
He
especially after this year.
I promise you he's gonna be fucking everywhere next season.
Yeah.
To the point where people get annoyed. To be honest with you.
Get him on the cover of 2K.
They might have to.
Yeah.
What other options do they have? Jokic don't want to do that shit.
It's either him or
Giannis already did it.
Either him or Ant.
They'll probably give it to Ant. Now that I think about it, they'll probably give it to him. But I'll put SG on the cover right now, bro, to be honest with you. Regardless, though, like, Kyrie's a name that I do agree with, but there's other names like D Wade, not ready to let go. James Harden, I'm still not ready to let go. No ring or anything. They're tied in MVPs, by the way, too. But even Harden with no ring and SGA with a ring, I'm still taking James Harden. Let's not forget this man is the only one who took that Warriors team to 7 games. Nobody else did that. Bron couldn't do that with Kyrie, by the way. No shot to Bron. You know I love LeBron, but LeBron, before he was old, with Kyrie Irving, with Kevin Love, all them dudes, he could not take that Warriors team to 7. Him and CP, with CP going down as well, and like Trevor Ariza and PJ Tucker and Clint Capella, Eric Gordon, they took them to 7. Nobody else did. And then the next year after, they took them to 6. I don't think anybody else took 2 games from the Warriors in 17-18. 18-19. Because, oh wait, no, they fucking lost that year. 17-18, I'm talking about though. Yeah. Nobody else was able to take 2 games off from them.
Who'd they play in round 1 again?
Who cares?
I don't remember.
It was most likely the Jazz, if I'm not mistaken. No, the Rockets played the Jazz. Probably the fucking Blazers.
I know they played the Pelicans in round 2.
Yeah, the Blazers were out then.
Yeah, because, yeah. Who the fuck
did they play the Spurs with just LaMarcus Aldridge? Or I'm bugging.
In 17-18?
Yeah. I could be wrong.
I'm about to look it up because now this shit is pissing me off. I deadass don't remember who they played in the first round that year. I know they played the Pelicans in round 2 and they played the Rockets in round 3. I'm about to find it real quick.
They give the Pelicans work. Yeah. They didn't play the Nuggets. Or the Timberwolves. Timberwolves missed the playoffs that year.
17-18. They played the Spurs in the first round.
I know, LaMarcus Aldridge solo.
The Spurs took a game.
A game, then another game, and then the Rockets took them to 7, and they beat Bron in a sweep.
Yeah, swept the Cavs.
Unfortunately, but yeah. I'm not putting him over Harden, bro. You feel me? Like, that's the name I'm not putting him over.
That's crazy that the Clippers took 2 games from them the next year.
There's a lot of players I'll take SJ over even right now before the ring, but there's some I'm keeping the door closed for now. I'm not putting over D Wade. I'm not putting over Harden, for example. I'm trying to think who else I wouldn't put you over. But I already have him over AI. You feel me? I already have him over Kyrie. Like, I already have him a lot of these dudes, but it's like I'm pumping the brake on Harden.
Technically, you could say Shai is the second person that pushed the Warriors. Because they took 2 games when he was a rookie on the Clippers.
Respect Gallinari?
Yeah.
Because Gallinari was the one frying.
Yeah, he was. But for the James Harden Shai debates.
Nah, bro. Harden took him to 7.
Nah, yeah, Harden did take him to 7. But Shai's right there, right after him.
Shout out to him though. What about the Timberwolves, bro? What do the Timberwolves even do this offseason like? Because after round 1, it was like keep Randall. Even after round 2, obviously keep Randall. You feel me? After this, they're willing to let him go.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah,
That's what I hate. It's just crazy.
Got to pay Nas Reed too. Talking about Kevin Durant coming in, it's like I don't think that's your solution either. I think it's just develop, bro.
Don't entertain the Kevin Durant shit. I'm gonna tell you right now what they need to do. This team needs to go out and get a fucking point guard. Cause I'm sorry.
And it's not Rob.
Yeah, it's not Rob.
I'm sorry, it's not Rob. I like Rob.
I like Rob.
But it's not Rob.
It's not Rob. Rob is trying to go get a bucket. They need a point guard that's gonna go set the table, get guys in position, could get their own when they need to. They need that. That's a priority. Point guard. Cause Ant having the ball in his hands is cool. Like he's developed those skills. But bro, like you can see he gets frustrated out there when he gets blitzed and he gets double teamed. And sometimes it takes him out his game. And they just need a point guard to just take that load off of him, and then so he could just literally get the ball and go to work. Just like how Devin Booker had Chris Paul in Phoenix, and we saw the best version of Devin Booker. So they need that. I don't know who that.
I was just about to ask.
I don't know who that guard is right now, but I think they need to address that.
Who are they projected to pick up in the draft? Let me see.
That's a good question too. Randall, I would want to keep Randall because I think he played well for them this year. I know there was ups and downs, but
Draymond said only 2 men beat him in his matchup, him and Siakam.
Yeah, so
the 2 Beyblades, bro.
And I feel like getting a point guard is gonna actually help those poor Randall performances in the playoffs, because now you get a guard that actually knows how to throw a fucking entry pass into Randall in the post. So, and it's tough because against this OKC team, it's hard, bro. You can't literally blame everything on Randall and be like, man, this motherfucker just sucks. Bro, against this OKC team, it's hard to throw fucking entry passes, bro. I saw Minnesota was struggling to do it. The Nuggets players were struggling to get Jokic the ball in the post. So that's really more of a credit to OKC, just being pests on the ball. And so I think they have to address the point guard situation. The Nas Reed thing, it's impossible for them to keep Randall and Nas Reed, right?
I believe so. I'd rather keep Randall.
I think I'd rather keep Randall. Because at least, I don't know. To me, at least with Randall, it's like, if he's not giving you something offensively, I know he's going to be there on the glass. And he's solid enough on defense. Also, another thing too, I think Ant next year, or this summer, I should say, he has to establish like an in-between game or a mid-range game. Because there were too many times in this series where he kind of took the Harden route or the early Tatum route, where it was straight to the basket or just 3-point shots. Yeah. No mid-range shot diet at all.
Which is cool for the regular season.
Yeah, it's cool for the regular season, but in the playoffs, you need that mid-range. And that's the difference between him and Shai. Like, Shai is trying to get to the basket, and if he don't got it, he's going to kill you from the mid-range. And then Shai is really only going to take a 3 if it's like, all right, y'all playing drop coverage, like, and y'all really dropping, all right, I'm going to just knock this down. And he will knock it down, but he's not going to settle. That's the difference with Shai. So Ant has to establish that in the offseason. Like, I know it was cool. He shot 41% from 3 this year, or whatever the number was. But you have to have that go-to bag in the mid-range, because obviously, naturally, he's going to want to get downhill, and that's where he's going to feel more comfortable and get his game going. But that mid-range shot in the playoffs, especially, that's what's going to take you home. Because you're kind of just bailing the defense out, just settling for mad threes or just attacking the rim. Because there's going to be times where you attack the rim and you're not going to get a call, and it's just off the rim and that's it. And then you hit a 3. I mean, you shoot a 3 and it's just a long miss. And then it's just like, there's no points you could have generated at that point. You're literally just hoping for something to happen when you go to the basket. So I think that has to be there. And yeah, I would keep Randall. I wouldn't let go of Randall.
That's a hot take in the NBA community for whatever fucking reason.
I wonder if you keep Randall, could you keep Alexander Walker too or nah?
I have to see it, but I think he's most likely going to leave anyways.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work around the edges or just bank on your young guys. I really like the minutes I saw from Terrence Shannon. He was one of my draft sleepers last year, and we'll see how he develops into next season. Rob is gonna have to bulk up. I don't think he's ready for those point guard duties. He's more of like a Lou Will type of guard, coming off the bench and getting you buckets and stuff like that. But yeah, this team has a lot of things to address. DiVincenzo, I don't know how hot they are on him right now. I mean, I'll take him back for a bargain, but I doubt they'll do that because I see some Timberwolves fans are kind of tired of DiVincenzo, which sucks. But I would keep him because I think he's a great vet to have.
Devo kind of made it known that he was kind of frustrated with his role in the offense. I don't know if you saw that.
I think I did where he said
he knew where his shots were coming from last year. Like it would be off of what did he say? He said it would be off of iHeart DHO and something else. He also said something else. And he said like he didn't know where he was gonna get his shots from. Come home.
Yeah, I'll take him back.
Come home.
I'll take him back for like little dirt cheap, bro.
If he wants to. If you want to come back for dirt cheap. I have their draft spot, by the way. They're 17th. And
that's not a bad spot at all.
But they're projected to pick up Asa Newell. Kasparis would go before them, but just talking about guards in that area.
Asa Newell's a power forward.
Yeah. Just guards in that area, though, Justin, that would make sense to pick that high. Kasparis and Tahad.
Actually, Tahad's going back to school. He just announced.
So he's not even available now.
Tahad wouldn't make sense because him and Rob are literally like the same height, same build.
Kasparis is too much of a shooter too. And then the second round, they have the 31st
Kasparis
pick.
ain't ready for that shit in day one.
Huh?
Kasparis is not ready for that day
That's
one.
what I'm saying. And 31st pick. This is where you pick up Walter Clayton.
Wouldn't be a bad pick. I mean, I wouldn't want him running my show, but
that's what I'm saying.
I would still draft him though.
There's no real, franchise. Now I'm not gonna say franchise changing point guard because that's a lot of pressure. But like in that area, like they're not gonna get no Jeremiah Fears. Fuck no, he's not falling that far. They're gonna trade up? No. So it's like they're kind of stuck. They're gonna have to go into free agency and get somebody for a minimum. I'm about to have to see who that is, anyways.
You're gonna have to get the hometown kid, Tyus Jones, but he's not gonna want to take a minimum.
Are we gonna keep doing that? What? You and me just saying like, oh, this team needs a point guard. Tyus Jones. Are we gonna keep doing that?
He's literally like the poster boy.
I mean, we tried it last year, bro. It didn't work.
Who? Phoenix?
Yeah,
that was a dumpster fire.
It didn't work. We were so hyped too. You and me was like, they got a fucking point guard and a reliable one. That shit did not work, bro.
And then he wasn't even starting to end the year.
That shit did not work. It's like, and bro, what point guards are they gonna get right here, right?
Trey Jones?
Kyle Lowry?
No.
Spencer Dinwiddie?
No.
Patty Mills?
No.
Dante Exum?
No.
Campaign?
No.
Tyus Jones is down here. DeLon Wright. And this is unrestricted, by the way. I'm not talking about Trey Mann. He's restricted. I'm not talking about Davion Mitchell. Javon Carter as a player option. Trey Jones is probably going to cost a little bit more. Dennis Schroeder, you're not getting him.
Oh, Dennis Schroeder would have been nice, but yeah, they're not getting him.
How much is Malcolm Brogdon going to get paid? Probably too much for them.
Yeah. Is he? You think teams are going to want to...
He's not going to get a minimum.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. I'm talking about straight minimum, bro. They can't do anything else.
Malcolm Brogdon would have been nice for y'all. But then you would need like a solid backup. Bring
back the 2 J-Max.
Oh, McLaughlin?
Yeah. The double J-Mac lineup.
Nah, but he can't fucking play for them, bro.
Monte Morris. Oh.
I wouldn't mind Monte Morris.
Hey. Your boy right here. You said he could turn teams into contenders. Ben Simmons.
Nah, it's quiet for that.
Why?
You gonna have him and Gobert out there?
Ben Simmons ain't even average a point, bro.
It's over.
I should fight you and Dequan about that argument, bro. That shit was crazy.
I mean, if he gets a job next year, then we basically won.
But y'all was saying he could go to a contender like Boston.
I remember when that report came out and like Boston's interested in Ben Simmons. I was like, wow.
Like, come on, man. No, it's over, bro. His career is over. Alfred Payton.
No.
Jared Butler.
No.
Then they're fucked, bro.
They're really fucked. They're gonna have to bank on like Trey Jones, Tyus Jones, Monte Morris,
Corey Joseph. Playoff riser, Corey Joseph.
Man.
Number one Corey Joseph hater.
There's moments like these where I miss like DJ Augustine.
I mean, they would love a DJ Augustine.
Before
right
Tyus
now.
Jones, DJ Augustine was he was my number one. Like, oh, they should go get DJ Augustine.
Yeah. He was like that hole that was getting tossed around. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like a crazy statement I just said, but it's true. Like, that's the hole that you didn't want to wife up. But it's like, for now, I'll deal with that. I have no problem with that until I find what I really want. They're cooked, though, in terms of point guards. In the draft and in free agency.
Yeah.
And they don't really got shit to trade up either to get a Jeremiah Fears.
Yeah, it's not like the NFL draft. Like NFL draft, you could have traded 17 and 31 and moved up.
Yeah.
NBA, you not even moving up that much. You might move up to like 14.
I was about to say, you're going to move up to 12 at best.
Yeah.
And you still outside that range to get him.
Yeah.
Imagine they could have gotten Dylan Harper.
They would have been happy as fuck.
Dylan Harper on this team, bro, would be nasty, man.
They would have been so happy.
They'll be automatic contenders in 150. And that tough-ass West, too. Poor Timberwolves, man.
Yeah, they need a point guard.
This just kind of shows that last year was their run. Not to be, like, negative, but last year was a much better chance than this year. And next year, it's only going to get tougher. Cooper Flag, Brian Luka a whole year. It's just going to get worse and
Wemby
worse.
healthy.
Yeah. Wemby healthy with Dylan Harper. The top two picks are going to the West. Like,
And fucking him and Fox get a full year. Because him and Fox only play, 5 games?
Castle
Groves coming back, yes.
I don't know what's going on with CP, though.
CP on the Timberwolves. No, imagine.
Hey, wait a second. Not a bad idea.
You know the wins go up when you add CP.
Except for the Warriors.
Except for the
That
Warriors.
shit went down, bro. And I was happy as fuck. I was so happy about that
CP's
Warriors
fucking
season last year.
40, bro.
He's literally 40.
He's literally 40.
I wonder when he's going to hang it up.
I don't know.
It might be time now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it might be time.
I love Chris Paul, but it really might be that time now, bro.
Yeah.
If you and Wemby couldn't go to the playoffs, and obviously because he was hurt, like, and it was all hype about that too. Colin said they was going to go to the play, and I said, nah, fuck no. If Wemby played, they would have. But right now, at this point in time, like, bro, you're 40. And what team is really going to grab that's a contender that you could win a championship?
I don't know.
He thirsted for that ring, though.
Oh, what about Ty Jerome? Nah. They don't have enough money to give.
I was about to say, where are they going to find all that bread? Even though he sold some of his bread, where are they going to get the money?
Yeah, they don't have no money for him.
Bro, they have
Yeah,
no
they're
bread
fucked.
at all.
Holy shit. They can't even get Ty Jerome.
And it's funny because they made that trade to avoid paying too much. And now they're still fucking stuck. Yeah, thank you, CJ McCollum. Appreciate you ruining the fucking league, bro.
Yeah, that's ass.
And when is the next CBA?
I don't know.
Like, how much longer do we have to suffer, bro?
Well, once the new CBA starts, this shit will be all over with.
I mean, they're going to push it into voting, right? Isn't that how it works?
I think so.
Damn, bro. The 29-30 season after that.
Yikes. Yeah.
So the whole 2020 is just going to be parity.
Yeah, that's crazy. And this new shit started 2023?
2023.
Damn.
July 1st, 2023.
Bro. Yeah.
Motherfuckers didn't want Jokic to be successful. Start a dynasty.
Yeah, they said fuck Jokic.
You know why?
Well, you got Sam Presti being smart. Like, he's working ahead of the curve right now.
Yeah, but they kind of dick sucking him a little too much now. Because someone was like, here's how this move in 2007.
Oh, with Rashard Lewis?
Yeah, got them to
It
here.
all started with Rashard Lewis.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, come on, bro. And then someone went even like later on, they're like, it all started with Ibaka. Like, oh, dude, shut the fuck up, man. Stop talking to me.
They got Ibaka after the Rashard Lewis shit, though.
No, it's two different posts that people made. And I like what people say. This is gonna be the Paul George finals. That makes me happy.
Yeah, that should make me laugh.
Even though it doesn't involve my team, the Knicks, that makes me happy when they're like the Paul George finals.
It would have been lit if the Clippers made the conference finals too.
Yeah. Fuck him, bro.
Oh my God.
Fuck him.
Every team got better without him.
Of course. Are we surprised? It's Paul George. Addition by subtraction. Shout out to my boy Norman Powell, bro. Let's talk about this Eastern Conference Finals with Justin. Since we last recorded, games 5, 4,
and 3
have happened. I mean, obviously happy about the 2 wins with G's. To even go down 3-1 was not ideal at all. At all, bro. Shout out to Cat for frying. Incredible fourth quarter. But it's like, fuck, guys. What are we doing game 4?
That game was insane. Man.
I just don't understand. There's still hope. Today's game 6. We didn't go down, quitting in game 5, which I was happy about. But I was so disappointed in game 4. And I'm going to tell you why, Justin. Let me take a sip of water. I know I sound a little bit nasally. I was so pissed about losing game 4 specifically, right?
Yeah.
For series reasons, for odds reasons, of avoiding 3-1, all this shit. But what bothered me the most, and I know it's going to sound really controversial. I really don't care because it's just the truth, right? What bothers me the most is for that game 4, the Pacers flew in that fan, right? That got the garbage thrown on him, the garbage bags that were completely covered. He had no garbage on him. Game 4, they fly in the dude from New York who got garbage thrown on him, who's wearing a Halliburton jersey at a Knicks celebration in a series that had nothing to do with the Pacers. If it was that we beat the Pacers to go to the conference finals, I get why you're wearing that. Not to be a dick, I know what you're trying to do, though, wearing a Halliburton jersey in the middle of a fucking Knicks celebration in a series that has nothing to do with you. He gets flown out, right? Same day as game 4. News drops, right? By the way, we're worse than, I'm not going to say the actual word, Kanye's group of people, but we're worse than the Germans in the 40s for doing that, right? The whole fan base. News drops day of game 4. 2 Knicks fans stabbed by 1 Pacer fan. I'm like, well, go win for these 2 guys. You feel me? Because, our fan base is fucked up, but they do this shit, it's, that's not all Pacer fans, whatever. That's still fumbled, bro. And on top of that, you go down 3-1. But at least you won the next game. Halliburton was frustrated. We're seeing actual valuable DeLon Wright and Shamet minutes. We saw the secret weapon come out that Rick Carlisle talked about, Precious. He did.
He's fucking fiending, bro.
He did his thing, you feel me? Brunson looked unstoppable in the first quarter. Cat, just stop with the stupid fouls. Even Barkley said to your face, like, let's chill out on that. But everything went right, and you kind of just need that to happen all over again in game 6. And fuck Siakam. Fuck Siakam. Fuck Halliburton, bro. Fuck Miles Turner.
You know what made me laugh after game 3? Carlisle was like, oh man, we still waiting on Precious Achua. We know he's a big factor off the bench.
Yeah, you said that.
And then he was like,
I think you said before the series started too that he said that. So he said it twice.
And then after game 3, he was like, we didn't see much campaign out there. Hopefully we see him next game or something like that. We know he could go off. Could be a spark. Nah, Carlisle's funny as fuck for that.
What would you do if we win Game 6,
He's like,
it was a close game, but thank God they didn't pull out Daddy. You know, I know he could give us problems in our schemes.
I was yo, I'm gonna laugh.
He said, hopefully we don't see Daddy at Game 7. That's the one guy we don't want to see. Jalen Brunson, he's good, but him, shoot the lights out. I would start laughing, bro. At that point, trolling.
I'm like, nah, this nigga's a troll at this point.
Bro, he's already trolling, bro.
No, imagine, this would be funny as fuck. If we win Game 6 and he's like, man, Jalen Brunson was great, but I'm so happy they didn't put Jacob Toppin out there.
I thought you were going to say Tyler Kolek. I was about to say, I would be fried if he's Tyler Kolek. He's a Tyler Kolek man.
And I don't even think Jacob Toppin's on the team.
My name's like, damn. Good thing they haven't put in Tyler Kolek. Like, he reminds me so much of Halliburton. Like, that's the one guy I really don't want to see. Bro, I will start fucking crying.
That shit would make me laugh.
I would do the same thing though if I was a coach.
I'm actually hoping for more of those.
What do you mean, quotes of him?
Yeah, like him, like, I really hope they don't put this guy in.
But there's none for OKC if he goes to the finals. He can't say nobody.
Yeah, he really can't say nobody. I really hope they don't surgically repair Topic's knee and put him out there next game or something.
Hold on, what if they're like, damn, I really hope they don't re-sign Poku before the series. He's giving us problems historically. That shit would be crazy if they brought back Poku.
Imagine, I hope they don't put in Usman Deng because he's really killed us in the regular season.
He killed us in the first regular season game this year.
Yeah, he hit 1-3 and I thought it was just so crazy.
Bro, he's a fucking troll. Bro. I'm about to look up this campaign one. I didn't see the campaign.
Yeah, the campaign one was funny. I think it was after Game 3.
The Persis Achua one was fucking funny.
But Game 3 was fun. Actually, no, it wasn't fun. It was fucking stressful. I went out to eat and I was watching Game 3 and there was other fellow Knicks fans there too. Yeah, I thought the season was over, especially midway through the second quarter. We went down 20. I thought it was over. I was like, yo, it was a fun season. Blah, blah, blah.
You know, Payne, who's had some very good stretches, didn't play. So, yo, this motherfucker, bro. I hate him, man. Yo, this motherfucker is a troll, bro. Right, that's yellow Pacer shirt, too. You know, Payne, who's had some very good stretches, didn't play. So, yo, I want to see more coaches do that besides him. That would be funny,
That
bro.
shit is funny. But yeah, Game 3, I thought the season was over. And then even through that Pacers avalanche, going into halftime, we was down 13. I'm like, yo, we still in it, but the way we playing right now, I don't fuck with how we playing. In the third quarter, we saw the deuce minutes with Landry Shaman and DeLon Wright. Kind of gave us a spark. And then we ended the third quarter down 10. I'm like, all right, we right there, but it's like, can we really capitalize on this? And then Cat just put on a masterclass, and he heard the chatter because I was talking so much smack about him in the first half. I was saying shit like, see, when shit gets real, he wants to fucking fold. Like, he had 4 points going into the fourth quarter, gave you 20 points in that fourth quarter. And I'm telling you, bro, because I went to Yard House and I watched the game there.
That shit any good? I always drove past it.
It's great.
Damn, great.
I love
crazy.
it. I love it.
All right.
The two loudest moments in the freaking place was when he hit that 3 on Miles Turner that should have been a foul, and the OG block on Neesmith. That was like the two loud, and the dunk on.
I'm about to say, what about when he put his beef in Nemhard's mouth?
The dunk on Nemhard, and then
Pause.
he pointed at him real quick.
Pause.
That was like the loudest the whole place was, and I was screaming up and down like it was crazy. The whole place was crazy. Just to see him do that was just like, damn, bro, like. Kind of forget how talented Cat is because all the shit that people say about him online, and you saw it on full display there. Miles Turner cannot check him, bro, at all. Thomas Bryant can't check him. Tony Bradley can't check him. Nobody could check him. Siakam might give him some shit.
I was about to say Siakam a little bit.
Siakam could give him some shit a little bit, but I still like Cat in that matchup. So it's hard for them to find an answer for Cat, and most of that run was with Brunson on the bench. And Brunson came in. I'm like, we really just need him to hit a shot to kind of make us more comfortable. And him hitting that floater on Neesmith, I was like, watching the replay. I mean, seeing it live, I'm like, that's going in. But then watching the replay, I'm like, I don't know how he made that shit. and then he knocks down the free throws. We steal that game. Game 4 was just frustrating. Just off, it was a close game to start the game, but that third quarter really fucked us, and that's been one of the themes in this series. Getting off to poor starts either at the start of the game or coming out of halftime, just coming out flat. And coming out of halftime, it was just bad. And I felt like every time we would just get it to an 8-point lead, and then it would just go back up to like 13, 15. We'll get it to 8, and it'll go back to 13, 15.
We could not get past 5.
Yeah.
No, we would get all the way down to 5. We did not get past 5.
Yeah. And it was just annoying. And I was kind of frustrated because I felt like Tibbs went away from what was working. We had DeLon Wright, Shamet, Deuce, that lineup that brought us back in game 3, and we barely saw that in game 4. Josh Hart played 36 minutes in game 4, and he didn't look like himself. So we saw a lot of him in that game 4. I wish he had went back to that lineup because I thought it would have gave us a better chance. Especially if none of our guys got it going offensively. I'm like, I'd rather go out where we're at least getting our offense through our defense, like getting out in transition and stuff like that. But that wasn't the case. And then game 5, Tibbs went back to that rotation in game 3. DeLon Wright played more, Shamet played more. They played really good in their minutes. Deuce played more. And it was the largest victory in the entire series.
Yep.
Because no team had won more than double digits. Every game has been a single-digit victory. And we had Brunson set the tone, 14 points in the first quarter. Cat followed him too with 24 and 12 rebounds. So we came out the gate and we were there to send a message. And it was a good win. It was a good team victory. I really, really love the minutes from DeLon Wright. I absolutely think he should be playing more, like especially in this next game to come, especially with Shamet too. Deuce has to play more. Like, there's no reason why Deuce should be playing less than 20 minutes. Like, it's unacceptable. But I'm happy from the fight that we saw from the team in game 5. And game 6 is tonight. Is gonna be a different test.
8 o'clock or 8:30?
I want to say 8 o'clock.
Probably 8, right? I think they'll open at 8.
Yeah. Tonight's game is gonna be a different test back in Indy. I know some Pacers fans on Twitter were like, "Oh, we just gave you guys this one just so we could win at home." I'm like, this series has been way too close for y'all to just be cool with giving us one. Because every single game, like I've just said, has came down to single-digit points.
Yep.
So I think this game obviously is going to be, I think it's going to be the biggest and probably most challenging test because Tibbs got to know and he's got to tell his guys going into the locker room today, like, yo, they're going to want to punch us in the mouth and they're going to want to celebrate early. Like, they're not trying to play a wire-to-wire game. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to send a message off rip. They want to make sure we fold like as quick as possible so they could book their ticket to OKC. And I would just be like, yo, we're not letting them get off easy. Like, you got to go out with a fight. So it's going to take, you're going to have to do it by committee. You can't stick to the old starting 5 and be like, oh, this is what's got us here. Nah, you got to look at the formula that you had from game 3, game 5, even some parts of game 1, and go from there. Like, you cannot go back to that fucking lineup. Josh Hart, please put fucking something on your hands because it's like, holy shit. Like,
bro, come on. He has been frustrating the whole series for me.
Yeah, it's been
most of it.
The last like 2-3 games especially, but yeah, you got to come out ready to battle. I'm hoping for a big time OG game.
Please.
I was rewatching game 2 of last year on YouTube, and that shit was so fire. I'm hoping for a big time OG game because I think he's due for one. And I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of anxious, and I'm kind of nervous at the same time because I feel like there's a lot at stake here. I feel like if we do somehow force it to a game 7, I feel like some of those nerves will kind of go away because now it's like, all right, now it's just do or die.
We talked about this when we were outside for Dequan's birthday last night, right?
Yeah.
Would it bother you more losing tonight or going to game 7 and losing? I know it's a tough question, but
I feel like going to game 7 and losing would be tougher.
you'd rather lose today.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one wants to lose, but
I
you think it would hurt less today?
I think it would hurt less today.
I feel you.
I can't have a repeat of last year. Game 7 at the crib and losing.
By 20 most of the game.
Yeah. I rewatched that game as well.
I don't know how you did. That shit was terrible, bro. That shit was really a fucking nightmare for me.
Yeah.
I remember where I was. I remember what I was doing. I shut that shit off early.
Nah, I watched the whole thing.
No, there's 4 minutes left. I turned it off.
I watched the entire thing.
Devo was taking mad free throws and shit. And it was like, all right, cute. Like, you got us down to 14 or 12. But it's like, we're not going to win.
My delusional ass was like, we haven't went on a run yet. We due for a run right now. Watch.
Nah.
And then I think we cut it to like 6. And I was like, here we come. And then that was the closest it got.
It was over. The show was over, bro.
Yeah.
This shit was depressing, man.
They,
I think I'd
they could have
rather
missed a
lose
shot.
tonight. I think I'd rather lose tonight than Monday, bro. And I don't want to lose, period. I want to see my team in the fucking finals, bro.
My thing is though, I feel like if we do win tonight, I don't think we losing on Monday though. I think
We have to see.
I think that's in the back of everybody's minds. What happened last year? I don't think.
But look at Houston this year.
What, losing at the crib?
That's what I'm saying. They came all the way back and they lost.
Oh, but Houston's different.
I'm just saying though, like you're thinking like, okay, momentum. If we win tonight, we're not gonna lose Monday.
I
but
knew fucking Golden
don't
State was
know.
winning that game 7.
I still picked Houston.
Nah, I picked Golden State. It's because Houston hasn't been through the shit.
I picked the pure.
We
locks.
literally played this team last year, although it may be different on both sides. But it's like the feeling is still there. Game 7 at home against the 3 main guys are still there. The starting 5 shit is still there.
You got the Pacers shoes on. I'm fucking weak,
Nah,
bro.
this ain't the Pacers shoes.
Pacer ass yellow, nigga.
This is more like
Michigan.
it's more like Wu-Tang shoes.
I was gonna say Michigan.
Nah, Michigan got the blue. This is black.
That's not Navy.
Nah, it's black.
Oh, I'm bugging out.
What's it called?
With the light, it looked like Navy though. That's why I was like, damn, Pacer ass shoes.
Nah, yeah, but the Knicks, like they'll be going against the same team, game 7, at the crib. I think in the back of their minds, most of the guys will be like, especially Brunson, Hart, OG, and they're like, we're not doing that shit again. And Tibbs too. I'm like, these motherfuckers beat me last year, and they beat me in 2000 when I was an assistant. Fuck that. We not doing this.
Are you being that ass? I think he remembers that shit all the way back then.
Yeah.
It's a complete different fucking team, bro.
But still, it's like, bro, nah, I can't lose. Because Carlisle was on that Pacers coaching staff as well.
I know.
I'm like, nah, bro, this nigga's not getting the one up on me.
He's crazy if he's thinking about that. I'm not gonna lie. If he's going back that far. You said 2000?
2000. That's when the Pacers beat us in the conference finals to play the Lakers in the finals.
Oh, but I'm talking about Tibbs though specifically. 'Cause I was about to say, wasn't Tibbs on the T-Wolves? Or I'm bugging.
2000. Nah, 2000 he was with the Knicks.
Damn, I thought he was with the T-Wolves. Let me see.
Unless he literally was with the T-Wolves in 2000 and Tibbs was there in 99.
Tom Thibodeau.
So,
I'm about to see right now. I could have sworn. No, you're right. Timberwolves was his very first job. That's the iconic picture of him with the slick back hair. Timberwolves, Spurs, Sixers, Knicks, Rockets, and then Celtics, and then Bulls. I mean, hey, if he thinking all the way back then he's sick in the head. But good for him.
yeah, you know, motherfuckers watching film all day.
I thought he came to us a little bit after the finals. I didn't know he was there for the finals. I thought it was right after that. No, I'm bugging. You see, like, I didn't even know he was on the Rockets. Shout out my boy Tibbs, though. You don't deserve the character assassination these motherfuckers be putting you through every fucking day that you lose. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is fucking insane. Like every loss is like fire Tibbs,
Bro,
and then every win it's like
thank you, Brunson. Yeah.
Uh,
Like, bro, Tibbs is the third best Knicks coach of all time. Why are we bitching like this? There's literally just Pat Riley and Red that's better than him.
and I've told D off the show, off camera, like what I think we gotta do for Tibbs to like get out of his shit. I can't say it on here, but I think there's something there. Like,
No, I'm very curious after the show now. I don't
there's,
even know what
there's
the fuck you
something
alluded
there
to.
because people want to fire him so bad. I'm like, yeah, who's gonna take that spot?
Nobody.
I don't think it's tough to put a rookie head coach in that position, and then
I mean, you would have there are really only two main options are Mike Malone and Bud.
I'm good. I'd rather rock with Tibbs.
I would consider Mike Malone. I'm taking him over Bud though at this point in time. And I like Bud, but I'm just being real.
Nah, I don't want Bud. I'm good.
I think they're all in the same tier anyways.
Nah, yeah. When people be like, "Oh, fire Tibbs and get Mike Malone, please," I'm like,
Yeah,
I mean,
in respect to Mike Malone, you know, he is a good coach, but it's like there's a difference between coaching Jokic and coaching Cat. Not to be a dick, you feel me?
yeah, I say
But
the
it's
same
just the
thing.
truth.
I'm like, motherfuckers coached Jokic for a good chunk of his career.
Who's his own right? He's a genius in his own right, honestly. So,
Yeah,
and it's nothing to take away from Mike Malone, obviously, but it's just the truth.
yeah.
I love you though, Tibbs. You're my favorite Knicks coach of all time, more than Woody. No disrespect to Woody, but I love you more than Woody.
Nah, Tibbs turned everything around, bro. I always tell people that, bro. He was a fucking joke before he got here. There's no reason why that 2021 team should have been a 4 seed.
Like playing, I get 4 seed now.
That team should not have been a 4 seed.
Home
Bro.
court advantage in the playoffs, absolutely not. There's no reason for us to have
that's
that.
fucking insane. Just thinking about
Back to back 50 wins, first time in 25 fucking years. I'll never have a bad word to say about this man.
it. Yeah.
Like we could lose this series. We could not win a championship ever with him. I have nothing bad to say about him. And again, there's only 2 Knicks coaches better than him. After that, it's everybody else is way below him. Shout out to Hosen, shout out to Riley, but after that, it's Tibbs, and there's nobody else.
Yeah.
Shout out to D'Antoni, you feel me? Shout out to
I feel like
Woody.
I feel like he bought himself time anyway. Like with this playoff run.
He should.
Like people wanted to fire him. Like this is crazy.
Shout out to my boy Tibbs, bro. Anything else you want to comment on, Justin, with this series?
Man, this series has put a lot of stress on me, bro. A lot of stress.
Let's talk about what the Pacers can do before we move on to win. Because we focus on the Knicks.
Yeah.
We know what the answer is on. It's very simple. Halliburton just has to go off and score.
Yeah, he has to be.
He literally just has to score 20.
He has to be aggressive.
He just has to score 20.
Yeah.
I forgot what the record was that they said, but it's crazy when he scores 20 points this season. Their win-loss record, including playoffs.
Yeah, when he plays aggressive, they're almost unstoppable as a team. Like that game 4 game, that was a masterclass.
Whose scoring is more important, his or Siakam's in this game tonight? So I actually put them through.
His.
Fair enough.
His. Because he's putting pressure on the rim where you think he's going to want to kick it out. And if he's finishing at the rim, albeit, yeah, you're not giving up a 3, you're giving up a layup. But that still throws the defense off. Because now you're just fucking with them.
I'd rather him, score 25 than Siakam score 35.
Yeah. I feel like Siakam could score 35 and it could kind of like hold you, like so you're not getting cooked. But I feel like we would still be in the game. Like game 2 is a perfect example. Siakam had 39 and we were still in striking distance of that game.
But he was unstoppable.
Yeah, he was unstoppable, but it wasn't like, holy shit, like this game feels out of reach. When Halliburton got that shit going, it's tough. Because that motherfucker's hitting step back threes, driving to the lane.
Yeah,
Two
from
people
100 feet away.
Two people collapsing on him. He fucking throws a pass behind his head to fucking Neesmith 3-ball. Like when he got it going, it feels dangerous. I would much rather let Siakam go the fuck off than Halliburton.
That's my fear, bro. Halliburton having 25 and 10 today. That's the key to winning, bro. Him scoring, that's it.
And he was clip farming. He was smiling after the game and shit.
I mean, he screamed fuck. He was pissed off. When he walked off, he said, what the fuck are we doing in the huddle? I think it was sometime in the second quarter. He's frustrated now.
I saw Miles Turner was like, they're not calling shit for us, man.
Who called him out, though, for that shit?
Thomas Bryant.
Yeah. Thomas Bryant was like, who gives a fuck? They keep playing.
Yeah, so I'm expecting a more aggressive Halliburton tonight.
Scary.
Yeah, scared of that.
I hate to say it, but it is scary. Like, I really do hate admitting it, but
that was one thing I remember from Game 7 last year when he hit fucking 3 straight threes in the first quarter, and I was like, yeah, the game's over in the first quarter. So, Tibbs, if I was you, I'd throw OG on him off rip, make him very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but press early, bro.
Yeah, you gotta.
Don't let him get into that half court set, bro. Press early.
Yeah.
Give him problems in the back court. And I'm not gonna lie to you because I know you want OG to have an offensive masterclass and shit like that. Him or Kale, or even just switching, like taking turns, pause with him. Just bother him, bro, in the back court. And when they get tired, bring in DeLon Wright. Bring in a Deuce and just bother him all the way through from the back court all the way into half court
Actually,
set.
fuck an offensive masterclass from OG. I want a defensive masterclass.
I have no problem with OG scoring 10 if he's just stuck on Halliburton like that.
Yeah, I'll take a OG 10 points, but Halliburton goes fucking 5 for 18.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Please, OG, I need you to lock the fuck in, bro. I'm begging you. I don't like begging another man to do anything, but I'm begging you now for real. Off rip. Because I need us to, I know I said I'd rather lose in game 6, but I need to see us go to game 7 and see what can happen. Give us a chance. That's all we need. We just need one chance, bro. And if we win game 7, we punch a ticket to the finals and y'all become fucking legends in the city. Those signs that we changed for y'all just for the postseason, they might stay there for life. Because once you get there, hey man, the series starts off 0-0. Right now, if you win tonight, the series is basically 0-0. So just give yourself that chance. Go in, battle today. Kale, make your fucking middies. But don't take a stupid midi when you could take a layup.
Take the fucking layup.
If you could take the layup, take the layup. But
that shit pissed me off so much in game 4, bro.
Make your middies. Cap, be aggressive in the post,
but
do not
long
foul.
Ass arms for no reason.
Pause, but
Pause.
Yeah. Brunson, be Brunson. You feel me? Big Mitch. Just bother these motherfuckers.
He was big time in game 5.
Harass them, motherfuckers, bro.
I gotta look at his Instagram.
Josh Hart, just don't fuck up. His Instagram post, his latest one was something like, I know you guys hate me, but something.
I gotta defend the city or some shit.
Yeah.
That shit was so fire.
It's like, bro, we love you, man. What are you talking about?
Josh Hart, just don't fumble the ball. Be aggressive, too. There was a lot of times where he looked like Ben Simmons. Like, he could have had a layup, and he's just passing it.
Campaign, get Brunson his water, nigga. That's it. I'm not even going to say nothing too much to you. Deuce, go get your 9 points.
Mitch said, I know a lot of people hate me, and that's okay. Still going to defend the city.
He's so random, but I love him, bro. I love that man so much.
Shout out Huck Porty. More conference
it.
finals points than Embiid.
Okay, we didn't have to do that. And Donovan Mitchell. We got to throw Donovan Mitchell in these combos.
I didn't want to do that.
I love Donovan Mitchell, but we got to throw him in the same combos.
Do we really, though?
Yeah. Because there's been times where he should have really done it, bro. He should have beat the Clippers.
He should have.
There's no excuse for him to lose to the Clippers, bro. I know people want to throw that on Gobert, but it's a team effort.
Damn.
And Gobert, holy fuck, you're garbage, man. You're a Hall of Famer. I'm not going to take that away from you, but you're a garbage, brother. I'm sorry to say that. Going back to Knicks, so DeLon Wright, play defense, sham it. Make 2 threes for me, bro. That's it. Deuce, I need 3 threes from you. Some defense. Maybe get yourself 11 points.
You saw that DeLon Wright when he got that steal, and he... I was like, yo, that would have been so cold if he made that shit.
He had no fucking points, though. But, hey, he's trying and he's playing defense. That's all I need from them, bro. That's all I need from them. Let's go fucking Knicks.
I'm asking for a lot, but I would love a mini Shamit masterclass.
That's 6 points. That's 2 threes.
12 points.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
That's not a mini master. That's a master class for him. Mini is literally 6 points. I got no problem with that.
I'll never forget that game. What was it? Game 4 against the Nuggets?
Yeah.
2 years ago? Motherfucker had 19
With the Suns.
off the bench.
That was a classic series, too.
Holy shit, bro.
D-Book was getting
And I'm like, bro,
40.
if he has one of those games for us, shit.
That's 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah, that's not
going
gonna
to
happen.
That's too far. That's too far.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Speaking of the Knicks, though, MVP of the week, Big Purr. 3 straight Kobe performances, 24 points. Obviously, he had 20 in the fourth in Game 3. Thank you so much, bro, for rescuing us because we needed that shit. Earn your respect, bro. Get to the finals. Earn your fucking respect. And do it for Jersey, man. How about that? Do it for home. Do it for Jersey, bro. Shout out to Cat, bro. I need 28 from you today.
Karl Anthony Towns, baby. Yeah.
That was from Cameron Boyce and him.
That shit always has me crying.
Come on, bro. Do it for Rucker Park over here in New York. Like, come on,
That
bro.
was after Game 3, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was so funny.
So shout out to everybody who held it down at Holcomb Rucker Park over here in New York. Like, come on, bro. You don't talk like that.
Cat is so funny, bro.
I mean, that's everybody else. So be yourself, man. That's
Cat
it.
is so funny.
Justin, any shout outs?
Yo, Yankees, get it together, yo.
I don't even want to talk about it. I saw that whole inning at Texas, Arizona. And
Which inning?
the one where the Dodgers scored 4 fucking runs.
Yeah.
I saw Ohtani. The first thing I did when I got my drink, I looked up at the TV. Max Fried let up the home run, the second home run to Ohtani. I was like, here we go. It just got worse and worse and worse. They put in the Weiser, they put in Tim Hill. It just got worse and worse and worse. And then Josh was wondering why I was in a bad mood. Motherfucker, we just allowed 4 runs. We was at 5-2. It felt like the 5th inning all over again.
Yeah.
I wanted to kill myself. But yeah, I got 2 more games and it's the regular season anyway. So just get your shit done. Jazz, I miss you.
Is he coming back today?
Nah.
Oh.
He's coming back soon, though. He's doing rehab in Somerset. I want to watch a game in Somerset, honestly. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to organize that. Either y'all coming with me or I'm going to go by myself. But I want to see George Lombard, bro. He's a dog. Motherfucker might take Volpe's job in 2 years.
Well,
I'm gassing
in
it.
the minors?
Yeah, he's in the minors. He's 19 right now. Or he's about to be 20. Yeah, I think he's about to be 20, but he's a dog, bro. He plays shortstop. He probably end up playing third or second for us. But shout out to him. Shout out to Judge, bro. That's it. Nobody else in the Yanks right now because I was disappointed. Walk us out of here, Justin.
If you guys are listening on audio, please give us 5 stars. Please like. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Follow us on TikTok at the J&J Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at the JJ Podcast 1. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.